right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Why do they have this and so forth. And fortunately, I've never made that list. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's a good
Well, I
thing.
did hear some news though that Rocket, is it Rocket Mortgage? They're finally getting what the karma's coming around a little bit. But yeah, that's my point. There's a big difference between affordability and financial wellness.
Right.
And that's what I've experienced from you, right? And
Hmm.
the loan officers I partner with is making sure that it has to be affordable, but it
Hmm.
also has to let stand the test of time. It can't just be a 640 credit score at the time you close.
Right.
It needs to be a lifestyle, and that's why we call the company Credit Life. It has to be a lifestyle of understanding that at any point in your life, you might need a new car. Well, by the way, you might finance this new house and you now need to go out and buy a washer and dryer. You might need to finance that washer and dryer at Sears and all the things that, go along with being a homeowner, having that financial wellness.
Yeah, it is pretty good because the nice thing now I've come into where I financed their first home and now I'm financing their second home. And their first home we were FHA,
Yeah.
but they've been through, coaching like yours.
Yep.
And now we're going conventional and their lifestyle has 100% changed,
Right.
and they're the happiest homeowners
Right.
ever, right?
Yeah.
Their net worth have literally gone up like three, four fold, and their credit scores, we're not that 660 score anymore. Hey, I'm at a 730 or I'm at an 800, right?
Right.
And they're just proud, and that is accomplishment. And people grow up. You grow out of those old habits and those old lifestyles, and making sure that you're not necessarily trying to keep up with the Joneses per se.
Keep
But
up with the Joneses. Plus, you're also, I'm starting to realize that people realize it's an asset.
right.
Having buying power,
Hmm.
having the ability to list a home. Right now, I know my agents, the agents I'm working with, are struggling to find listings.
Right.
Well, do you know how many people there are in my age group, 50 to 60 years old, sitting on $150,000 in equity that can't afford to sell and rebuy because their credit is bad?
Right.
They can't bluebird to Arizona.
Right.
Their credit score is a 600. It doesn't matter they have $150,000 in equity. They
Right.
don't see a path to getting to Arizona.
Yeah.
And a program like ours and showing up to the gym, the financial wellness gym with myself or my coaches, that's going to get you there.
Right. And or feeling like I have to work my entire life,
Right.
right?
Yep.
And that's just the nature of some people's mindsets where, like, oh, if I would have just did this 10 years ago, right? Or
Yep.
5 years ago even,
Right. Right.
right?
Yep.
And it's never too soon to start really making that change,
No.
right?
No.
And it's that is just that, that coaching is, that's what with when I sat down and saw your guys' program, and when I'd talk to people and I'd hear, and but I probably shouldn't say this too loud, but the Lexington laws of the world, man.
Yeah.
Every time I hear that, it just makes me cringe. And I'm like, what did they do for you? How long have you been at? I've been in it for a year. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.